Ryan Kaji's parents just had a reality check. So after the Ryan's World movie flopped, their toys stopped selling the same, and their YouTube channels, despite having Ryan on for like every other video, stopped performing as well. They're starting to understand, after being called out by the whole internet for several months now, that maybe Ryan the cash cow isn't so cashy anymore. That maybe it's about time Ryan is allowed to have a normal childhood, where he doesn't have to work a whole job as a YouTuber for over 9 years now. But for those that have no idea what I'm talking about, let me fill you in.
99,998, 999,999, 1 million. Morning workout complete.
Ryan's World is a YouTube empire that was built on the back of one kid, Ryan, who, get this, was 3.5 years old when he started. Ryan couldn't even fucking read yet.
Do you remember the very first video you posted?
Yeah, the very first video that we made was about me going to the store and me getting a Lego Duplo train and then bringing it back home and playing with it.
Let's push your choo-choo train around. Can you push it around?
Uh-huh.
Whee!
Was that fun?
Oh my God, I can see why you make so much
I can
money.
see why you make so much money doing this. You're adorable. And when she said so much money, yeah, she was not kidding, because Ryan's World would go on to become one of the highest paid YouTubers on the platform. Like, in 2018, 2019, and 2020, they had made over 200 million United States dollars from YouTube. Those are fucking athlete numbers, man. But here comes the problem. Ryan got older, he's 12 years old now, and has outgrown the kids' content they produce. I mean, look at this clip from when he was actually enjoying filming these videos. Now
Do science experiments.
Oh, I like the orange one too, it looks so cool.
Oh!
Look, guess I'm bigger so I can make more. Look at this.
compare that to this clip from one of their most recent videos. Yeah,
Gosh, I'm kind of busy at the moment, but maybe the newest member of the Rye Squad can.
You have to get all these pieces out of this poor patient before time runs out.
upon looking at that difference, you just ponder, like, why in the world have they never thought, oh, maybe since our child is becoming a teenager, about to be an adult, and after doing the family business for over 9 years now, perhaps we should let him go. Maybe he wants to pursue other things in life, and just maybe he finds it annoying to have to pretend for 20-minute long videos that he loves what he's doing or the toys he's reviewing, when deep down he actually abhors it and wants nothing to do with it, because it has become obvious. Ryan does not want to do these videos anymore. He's just doing what he's told by his parents. So why haven't they released Ryan from the giant empire it's become, especially when they've made so much money that they could possibly never spend it all in 2 lifetimes at least? Even if they were so money hungry, they've made enough money to venture into other business ideas or start more YouTube channels without Ryan plastered all over them.
3 years old, I always saw lots of really young content creators, and I asked my parents if we could do something like that. And we started as just like a toy reviewing channel.
From the comments section, you see his fans are not having it anymore. As he's no longer a kid, you're probably wondering, if his parents aren't seeing these comments? Of course, they are aware. They just want to milk off Ryan until he runs dry. Well, the exact reason why his parents have chosen to string him along, despite knowing that he doesn't enjoy doing what they're making him do, is what we don't know. But what we do know is that over the last couple of months, Ryan's World branding has been falling off. The Ryan method is not working anymore. Their downfall needs to be studied, because that's how we'll find out if they'll ever free our boy Ryan. During the peak of Ryan's World success, they faced their first detriment that would cut their income by over 70%. In 2019, the FTC filed a deceptive marketing complaint against them for misleading content. So basically, Ryan's World, since his audience is so young, was pushing ads that kids couldn't even tell were ads or not, because they just weren't mature enough.
FTC, I guess, prohibited the target ads for the made for kids content from YouTube after a certain point, and that the target ad takes the big role on the YouTube. After that was taken out from the kids content, we lost revenue of 70%.
Once they saw Ryan with a new toy, loving it, despite Ryan being paid to say those things, they wouldn't know and would nag their parents to get them said toys. This complaint forced YouTube to completely remove targeted ads on kids' content. A couple of years later, Ryan's World production company would pour $10 million into producing a Ryan's World movie. However, in hopes of at least doubling or tripling their production budget, as money hungry as they are, the movie actually ended up losing them over $9 million. It flopped, and it flopped so bad that his audience started calling out his parents for the poor video performance. It's gone very wild because a doctor recently opened up about the child labor Ryan endures.
That seem authentic, attractive, and funny are not at all, because the impact they have on Ryan and the underage target audience is devastating. According to Michael Rich, a pediatrics professor, the videos that Ryan's World creates are a form of consumer porn. The toys that these videos feature diminish the input of children, and ultimately, the imaginative skills and natural creativity of children is at risk. These videos are forcing young minds to focus solely on toys, because that is what is considered pleasurable. They are unequivocally being force-fed the narrative that getting toys, buying tons of different games, having huge rooms filled with Legoland stuff, and playing with life-size replicas of fictional characters is what would make them happy. According to Dr. Rich, the videos basically channel preordained stories into their minds, and do not stimulate their imagination or creativity. This leads to several mental health issues, such as fixating on things, ADHD, and reduced attention spans. Children are being advertised and bombarded with false narratives on happiness, satisfaction, and wealth, leading to increased issues in attitudes and mental development.
If that wasn't messy enough, it seems like the twins, Emma and Kate, are the family's next cash cows. Not only that, but Len and Loanne are facing some serious legal heat for shady advertising tactics, and that could land them in big trouble. Yep, the family empire is looking more like a house of cards that's about to collapse. Let's be real, there's no greater robbery than stealing a kid's childhood. Ryan got wrapped up in all of this when he was just 4 years old. His mom dropped her teaching career, his dad brought in his tech skills, and boom, they built a toy review empire. At first, it might sound all good and dandy, like a fun family bonding project, but as time went on, the cracks started to show. Fast forward over a decade later, and Ryan's parents have literally refused to let him branch out or even try different types of content, even though he's way too old to still be reviewing toys.
So turning 13 years old this year, so he's turning teenager. So we're thinking about, do we want to introduce something like that align with his age, like more for aligned to the preteen demographic, or we want to stay on with the going more for the animation. That's something we're kind of debating right now, but you know, I feel like there's high demand for older demographic for Ryan. So
Ryan is clearly growing up. I mean, he's literally about to be 13 in like a month, and yet he's still acting like a 7-year-old kid. It's
99,998, 999,999, 1 million. Morning workout.
It's also very obvious that Ryan doesn't fit the type anymore for his channel. A clear look at the views indicates fewer and fewer people are opting to watch Ryan's channel now than in previous years. And that's simply because he just isn't that little kid anymore. Why watch him when they can watch actual kid channels that feature actual kids? When doing some research, I stumbled across another channel called Gem Sisters, which featured sisters who made content centered around kids when they were younger. Well, they're older now. And guess what? They don't make kid content anymore. The Gem Sisters channel is now just used to repost their old videos, and the girls have since made their own channels where they do stuff their age. Like, for example,
doing your own channels anymore.
Where's Giselle?
Why are there throwback videos? Can you put your content back on YouTube, kids?
Gems, don't forget, we're teenagers. We're doing the best we can.
You see, this is a perfect example of what Ryan can do. Rather than do what he's doing now, when he gets a little bit older, maybe around 15 to 16, he's going to look back at his old videos, not from when he was a kid, but from when he was around this age, 12 to 14. And he's gonna cringe, like cringe hard, because he could get away with dressing up as a superhero, etc. when he was younger and still that cute kid. But now it's just like, why? It's not worth sacrificing what's left of Ryan's childhood and teenage years just to keep the brand going. He deserves a chance to grow up without the pressure of being a public figure, to explore his own interests, and to figure out who he is outside of the Ryan's World persona. I think the best approach for Ryan and his channel is to do what the Gem Sisters are doing. He can make another channel, still managed by his parents or whatever, but make chiller content with things he actually likes to do, because you cannot convince me he likes this.
199,999, 1 million. Morning workout complete. I'm ready for superhero school.
What a pity. Hopefully, Ryan gets the justice he deserves, because nobody deserves to be treated like a cash cow, especially when it's exploitation from your parents. Like, that's crazy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the simple content I create, and I'll see you in the next one.